Welcome in, Aquarius. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your January reading. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid, so this could happen at any point in time. It could have already happened or will be happening. So take what resonates, leave behind the rest. This is also for any major Aquarius placement: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Happy birthday, my Aquarian sun signs out there, because your birthday is coming up here. So what I feel is this very creative energy around my Aquarian collective. It felt like this swirling energy in and around my Aquarians, and so your intuition is going to be spot on, I feel, this month. And so I do feel this energy of developing a new spiritual practice. So just keep in mind, this is for any major Aquarian placements. I just feel a new spiritual practice, a new spiritual approach to life. This could be energies in and around you. I could be speaking to you or cross-watcher. I just feel you're at a major crossroads, Aquarius. I feel you got a big decision to make. You've got a big decision to make. And so you might stop seeing somebody who doesn't give you the respect that you deserve, whether this is a casual relationship, a long-term partnership. I just feel an Aquarian here that is in this energy of it's better to be single than to be in this situation unhappy, or it's better to go my own way than to be in this work situation miserable. So it is a very creative energy, though, that I feel is activating you to maybe think outside of the box. But my intentions for this round of zodiacs is to kind of dig into the dark mirror. So we're going to dig into the dark mirror. So maybe this decision is a reflection of something shadowy around you, right? So everything's a mirror. So what is this dark mirror showing you? But I do feel there's somebody around you that is very disrespectful to you. So let's see what this dark mirror is all about, Aquarius. So, what is the dark mirror surrounding my Aquarius collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Colorless Angel. It's a 10 card. So it's a completion of a cycle. So have you just been feeling just like bland? Maybe this dark mirror is to show you how to find that spark in your life again. Maybe life has felt colorless or dreary or dark, or just like maybe you've been feeling like a void. What is the dark mirror surrounding my Aquarian collective? The dark mirror. It feels very flat, I guess is the best way to describe it. Oh, what do we got? Bottom of the deck. Aquarius, we get blinded to pain. A 13 card. So there's some type of death and rebirth process going on here. Alone in the world. That's that energy. Yeah, alone. Maybe you've been feeling alone. We get fragmentation. The child I was meant to be. I won't cry for you. This was the most strongest prominent energy that came through in Leo's reading. So if you're dealing with the Leo, you might want to check it out. I'll tag the Leo reading to the end of this video. But this is, I feel maybe you could be dealing with a catalyst to activate an inner child wound to come to the surface. Because I do feel you blinded by the pain, blinded by the light. I do feel a heart chakra activation. And maybe this has been some buried pain for a long time, right? Because you think of the flies. Don't they come from like maggots on dead bodies after a while? Pretty gross, right? And so I just feel there's like a gaping wound here that is being opened up that might have created like a fragmentation of the mind or a process of like disillusionment. I'm getting really strong sacral stabbing pains right now, Aquarius. So I feel like a deep emotional wound here has been triggered or activated. And it do feel like you're feeling all alone. With this being a 6 card, this is a person that you might have felt was a lover. It carries the vibration of the lovers. And I think maybe you completely opened up to this person and was your most raw, authentic self to this person. And maybe they abandoned you. This is an 8 card, so I feel this is really activating you finding your inner strength. I feel like a massive heart chakra purge here. And I don't think you thought maybe this connection wasn't going to maybe affect you at the depths that it had. But I just feel like it's opened up some knowledge. Like opened up the tree of knowledge. And I just feel you're going to be mindful. You're going to need to be mindful because I do feel this is activating a really vengeful side of your shadowy self. But it's to complete a cycle. Okay. Let's look at the shadowy dark mirror archetype. We get the addict with the hermit. You decide which mirror you are, right? So there's 2 sides to the mirror, right? So somebody here is an addict, and I think somebody here is addicted to saving people. So I do feel you're recognizing some type of behavioral pattern in this mirror of maybe wanting to save people, which has in the past compromised your integrity a little bit, getting really honest about a cycle and feeling really alone. I think just feeling really, really alone. The hermit spends a lot of time alone, so you could be dealing with somebody with Virgo. I feel Piscean energy with the addict, but I do feel like there's an addictive pattern here that I think takes over in relationships that is needing to be transcended maybe. So it's an addictive behavior, addictive pattern, or you could be dealing with an addict, or you could be an addict. But I do feel there's a need to withdraw. I do feel to make a judgment call, to focus on solitude, to really go within and focus on the inner journey of transmuting some pain here. Let's see what other archetypes need to come through for you, Aquarius. Dark mirror. What is the mirroring archetypes coming through for Aquarius this month? We need to remember to, we're closing out the Capricorn. The Pluto in Capricorn is at 29 degrees. So we're closing out a major cycle too when it comes to a father wound or masculine wounding within the collective. There's a lot of wounded masculine energy surfacing as well. And so this is like a lesson in companionship. And so I feel maybe you've been betrayed in a lot of your relationships, right? With an addictive cycle of wanting to save people, runner, chaser dynamics. I do feel, you know, maybe this is closing out a cycle where you get so enmeshed within relationships that you lose your own personal identity, and then you end up alone, and then you feel all alone because you lost who you were. And so I do feel a very loyal, unselfish Aquarian energy here that might give their all in relationships and take risks and maybe jump into things, maybe a little bit prematurely, jumping into something blindly, and maybe paying the price afterwards. There you are, Aquarius, with the rebel on the bottom of the deck. But I do feel some inner child healing and activation of some divine mission work, some very innocent purification energy. You're going through like a period of awakening or redemption is what I want to say. And maybe you're not really able to defend yourself against some spiritual attacks. So black obsidian, you're going to want to sage your home. You're going to want to defend yourself against some negative forces, some spiritual attacks right now, or some shadowy dark mirror energy. But I do feel there's some type of activation with you reconnecting with your own inner divinity. So I think what you need to do right now is really follow your intuition. Don't doubt your intuition, because I do feel there's a lot of anger when it comes to not being respected. Maybe in all relationships or within a specific relationship, though, I feel. And so there's a challenge here. You're here to help affect some social change, I feel, as we go into the age of Aquarius. Maybe this is a lesson in self-sabotaging behaviors as well. We all are the common denominator in all of our relationships, right? And so this is a journey of self. So maybe an induction of understanding your own personal self-destructive behaviors as well. Maybe there's fear of self-empowerment here being brought to the surface. I just feel like an activation of your life force energy. So maybe this person activated your kundalini, which triggered some shadow work, or some shadow integration work. But let's jump in with some tarot, Aquarius, and see what else needs to come through. Three of Wands, Page of Cups reversed. Leaving past juvenile, inconsistent offers behind. I just feel like leaving inexperienced lovers behind, people that really aren't opening up emotionally, right? Insincere offers. I think you want a life partnership. That's what you're trying to manifest, is what it feels like. And so it's like you want long-term partnership. You're all done with these people that are offering nothing, right? You're all done with the breadcrumbs is kind of what it feels like. And so the dark mirror might maybe be showing you your codependencies, or where you've maybe settled for less in the past. And so the energy actually is feeling a little moody as maybe this realization comes to the surface, because maybe you've been blinded to how much pain really you've been holding on to. I feel such a heaviness on the heart too. So I just feel you get to decide what's next. You get to decide your worth and your value and what you're going to put up with. So maybe it's time to rebel against what you're used to putting up with, and go after what it is that you deserve. But maybe the lesson too is that you can't control other people. You can't make people love you or see your worth either. You can't control what other people see. So I do feel, yeah, lesson in self-worth and self-value. And so maybe you've attracted a lot of narcissistic people because you didn't know your worth and your value. And so healing maybe some type of codependency wound or fear of being alone. Yeah, so there's like a cycle. There's a cycle coming around here for a lesson. That's the dark mirror to learn a lesson, right? And maybe this always creates like third party because you don't know your worth. And so, or maybe this is like a cycle that always triggers your inner karmic feminine, which is a block on the path to enlightenment, right? And so we could have a divine masculine here that has triggered some type of an awakening. And then we got to do the shadow dance too. But I do feel like, you know, the Emperor with the 9 of Coins in reversed, this could also mean maybe you keep attracting people that won't give up their independence. You can have a player here, right? That they appear to be this divine masculine quality partner, but they're always, you know, they're never really all in, right? And so this is a cycle that needs to be learned. And so I do feel some spiritual enlightenment is definitely being gained as to, you know, what third party is. And that could be any type of blocks when it comes to really emotionally investing in a situation, right? And you can be with somebody and feel all alone. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node came out just like that. So you could be dealing with a Cancer. We get the Chariot with the 7 of Cups sideways. So that's the challenge. The challenge is like, is this real? Is this not real? What's real? What's an illusion? Right? That's the challenge, right? And so, you know, only an Emperor and an Empress ride in a chariot. And so the Emperor was upright. And usually an Emperor upright does the right thing. But I do feel fear of commitment. And yeah, it's like, is it ever going to get off the ground? That's kind of what it feels like. You know, it's like baby steps, baby steps. Yep, I've been transforming my life. I'm learning, you know, new perspectives. I'm gaining new perspectives. I'm gaining insights. I'm using my logic. But it's like, man, it's so challenging to communicate with this person. It's like it never goes beyond the first stage, right? Like the like 21 questions stage. And so it's like there is also a need to go within and understand, like, why are you devaluing yourself if it's never going past the texting stage, right? Is somebody here being honest? And so I do feel there's questions here. Are you actually spiraling and creating an illusion? Is this actually real? Is this, you know? And so I feel it's like initial stages. We don't want to jump the gun is another message I feel coming through here. I feel it's like maybe you want somebody to make a choice. Maybe somebody uses work as an excuse. And so there's a need to rebalance some priorities here. Maybe you're not feeling like a priority here. And so it's like you want to spend more time with this person. And maybe Spirit is saying, okay, but maybe this is a lesson in spending more time with yourself and learning that maybe now is not the time to take action forward on something. Maybe you're learning to build your own foundation. Maybe you know, Spirit is saying take caution. This person really isn't emotionally available right now. Is this really where you want to plant that seed? You know, or maybe, you know, this is going to be a seed well planted, but you got to understand that maybe this person has some hidden intentions right now. So, you know, there's a lot of stress being activated in the dark mirror. There's a lot of stress and anxiety and fear, I feel. So, I feel you're this Empress in reversed. Yeah, and I feel you're focusing on the negative, right? And so I do feel like a spiraling energy here, a spiraling energy of maybe even self-sabotaging behavior here. So I just feel with the Judgment reversed and the Star reversed, I do feel this person might trigger your shadow self, some dark night of the soul energy, and it's definitely got you in this Five of Cups of focusing on something negative. This is to reflect back to you. Forgiveness of self is needed, is what I'm feeling. There's, you know, this happened for a reason. I think you're finding your determination and your willpower to do what it is you need to do. I do feel an activation of your purpose. I do feel a new beginning here, but this is like a connection that came on your path to maybe catalyze a spiritual transformation. Scorpio, death energy. So this is a very significant connection, a powerful connection, an unexpected connection. I don't know that this is bringing forward a reconciliation. The Judgment reverse is like a no answer. And then we get the Star in reverse. So maybe this wasn't really wish fulfillment, but it activated a release of an old belief system for you to close out an old cycle of, you know, your own, of transmuting your own inner karmic feminine. So it's like you say you want love, but it's like you're not really open to it because there's a block there. Maybe due to a past betrayal, or maybe due to having to heal some codependencies of feeling all alone, right? And so self-love is the key to manifesting a twin flame union here. There's a need to leave an old cycle of manipulation behind, whether you were manipulated or, you know, I just feel an old cycle of, you know, where there was a lack of reciprocity. So I feel a lesson in getting honest and boundaries here. That's the dark mirror to get you back into the light aspect. So like it was an experience, right? An experience in learning to release, learning to communicate. Rapid changes, I feel. There's going to be some rapid changes. Maybe it is time to just focus on your career. Not everyone is your forever, is kind of a message. So let's get a note from the universe for you, Aquarius. What is a note for Aquarius from the universe? Oh my gosh, we got earlier disappointments were just a rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. Right? So, you know, God's rejection is God's protection, right? And so sometimes a divine detour is just what you asked for, whether you realize it or not. And so even if it doesn't feel good, right? So this disappointment was like a rehearsal for the real deal. So never regret the love that you give somebody, Aquarius, no matter how blind you were to maybe the vision that you thought was coming forward. So I think this is a lesson that will make you wiser. I think it's going to make you more generous. It's going to make you more compassionate. It's going to make you more intuitive in trusting in yourself. You will be surprised. So trust in the detour, right? Ask with love and the universe will bring you what it is that you're seeking. But right now I feel that you have options. You have options. And there is going to be something more meaningful coming that will be rock solid. So have gratitude for the lesson. And that's kind of what I got for you, Aquarius. So, you know, I think there's more wishes to come. Many, many more wishes to come. So get ready. So if you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, Aquarius, check out the description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks.